So I took the family to see The Lion King. And I don't know how I feel about it. I wanted to love it. Let's look at all of the movies, the live action remakes of the Disney classics. I haven't liked any of them, but I've defended them. Not all of them. I defended Beauty and the Beast. I defended The Jungle Book, which I don't think got too much criticism. I have not seen Aladdin yet, but I want to talk about the journey of The Lion King. So, when The Lion King remake was announced, I was pretty excited because how could you go wrong? So, I also thought, how can it look how can it look bad? Because it's all CG. There's no people next to the CG to make it look unnatural or uncanny. It's just all CG. How can you go wrong? I didn't hate it at all. Didn't hate it at all. But I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I'm going to give you the good, and then I'm going to go into the bad. I really enjoyed the opening sequence. The Circle of Life was done so well. It was done very, very well. It was shot for shot, done well. I believed they were real animals. I did. I believed they were real animals. It was great. Seeing Rafiki, seeing Mufasa. I love what they did with Scar, because you had to make him look realistic, but you also had to make him recognizable. Instead of making him a totally different colored lion because he's supposed to be his brother of Mufasa, he was tattered up. He looked like Mufasa could have looked, but he was tattered up. I really like that Mufasa and Scar had a little off-screen battle to see who would be the king. I like that. I like that Mufasa was pointed out to be not necessarily the smartest, but he was the strongest in the eyes of Scar. Scar says that he had the brains of the family, and Mufasa got the bronze. I'm struggling. I don't know how they got it so wrong. I don't know. I don't know. It was perfect. It's a perfect cartoon. And it just didn't have any heart. There was no heart at all in this movie. There was no heart. I didn't cry when Mufasa died. My son didn't cry when Mufasa died. And he cried at the cartoon. He cried. A little boy cried. He was 2 years old when he watched it. Now he's 3. Didn't cry. I don't think he lost his heart. The movie lost its heart. Oh, everything was rushed. And even though everything was rushed, it was still a much longer movie. How do you do that? For example, so Simba and Nala go to the elephant graveyard. It looks great. Oh, it looks great. Simba gets in trouble. Zazu takes Nala back home. Mufasa gives his speech.
Everything you see.
But it's almost like they played it in 1.5 playback. It was supposed to be slow and deliberate. Mufasa is explaining about the heritage of the lions in the sky, and how all the great leaders of the past, the kings of the past, are up in the heavens, in the skies, looking down on the current kings. And it was so fast. It was so fast. And it didn't feel emotional at all. It didn't feel emotional at all. How do you do that? It's a pivotal scene. I don't know. I don't know. I believe they were real animals until they started talking. And not because they're talking animals, but because their mouths moving was garbage. It was garbage. I know there was like lips moving, but I was reminded of puppets. It felt like they were puppets after they started talking. And I feel like the casting was great. There was never a time when I thought, oh, that's not Pumbaa, that's not Timon, that's not Zazu, that's not Simba. The casting was great. They're playing it at 1.5 playback speed. I don't know how else to say it. There was no heart. Simba, look at this! Look at the skies. The stars above. They're the great kings looking down, and they're looking at you. And Simba goes, "We're always gonna be together, right, Dad?" Oh, let me talk to you, Simba. Blah, 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 blah. It was so fast, and I didn't even care. I didn't even care. Can you feel the love tonight? Should have been changed to Can you feel the love this afternoon? It was not sunset. The sun was not coming down. It was not red and glowy from the sun coming down. It was the middle of the afternoon. When the Lion King remake was announced, there was great buzz on the internet. And one story that caught my attention was that Be Prepared was going to be removed from the film. And in its place, they were going to put the Beyonce song. The Beyonce song was great. It was great. I wish they would have left Be Prepared out. It was insulting. Be Prepared is my favorite Disney song. It is so smart. The hyenas marching in line just sends tingles down my spine every single time I see it. In the remake, the song is halfway over by the time you realize that the song has even started. Lilo, what are you doing? It's so fast. Scar's talking the lyrics, and then all of a sudden you realize that's not the introduction to the song. That's the song. Be prepared. And it ends with Be Prepared, and I don't think it was 30 seconds long. And I was so upset. I looked over at my wife and it just said, because it's a mood there, you didn't talk. You just go. And she knew what I was talking about. She knew what I was talking about. My daughter lost interest. My son, he really was interested in it. But my daughter, she lost interest in it and she started bouncing around. They cut out the scene with Rafiki saying, it's in the past. When he bonks him on the head, and he says, what was that for? And he says, it doesn't matter. It was in the past. Talking about how you have to move on. And don't let the things that hurt you in the past hold you back from making changes and doing good. Why? Why was this movie not good? I wanted it to be good. I wanted it to be good. Disney, I wanted it to be good. I didn't want to hate this movie. I hated it. Timon and Pumbaa were pretty good. When the movie was over, I just sat there. And I just didn't know what to think. And I think I was finally upset with Disney. I'm not going to see any more Disney live action remakes. I can't do it anymore. I love Disney. I love Disney so much, and I love movies so much. Disney is heart. Yes, it's a corporate, money-hungry, eating company, but Disney is heart. I need Disney to get its heart back. So, go see The Wizard. Didn't they make The Wizard of Oz too? The second one, Return to Oz? That was terrible.